Welcome to the Soca Chronicles. Soca Chronicles with Sharns and RKO.
Welcome to this uncut version of the Stabby interview that we've done for our podcast Soca Chronicles. More information on socachronicles.com. You will find that this interview is full of banter and a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun of making it as well. So we hope you enjoy. And make sure you check out the full podcast as well.
This is Soca Chronicles.
Recording in progress. That's it.
Wait, hold on. Don't start talking yet because you're going to hear like bare clicking and stuff because I need to go back to the Zoom.
The man cool. Can edit. The man already see you can edit. What's your problem?
Yes, because listen, you just don't get it. You don't know the stress that we go through with this thing. You don't get it.
Nah, I think it's stress to go through.
Ah, hush your gun. Hush your moat. Hush your moat.
There's the Bayesian accent. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that was great. I think that was great.
Nah, that was great. And when you're talking in screen, like turn your head a little bit because you're parting straight. So you don't got to turn your head a little bit to make it look straight.
Can you? It's not a parting though.
Oh, yeah, whatever it is.
Leave me alone.
It's more like a party, but not a part. But I got you covered.
Mine is straight though. Look.
Nah, you good. You good. You know, scatter showers. That's all right.
You know what this is racism, you know. This is racism. And I don't like it. But you know what? Whatever. Anyway.
Tell a little. And then be good to go.
Let's go.
Nah, don't do that.
Don't do that. Oh, shoot, boy.
So what we on? What
right.
we doing?
All right, we're going to get into it, yeah? So we're going to... serious now. All right. I'm about to introduce you, yeah? So, cool. All right, cool. You ready? You ready, RKO?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, sweet. Welcome, Stabby.
Yes,
what up?
Yes, boss. You don't
hey.
know. Good evening to everybody. Good evening to the wider world. Good morning, wherever you are. Good night, if it's night. Big shout out to the team. And we looking to do an interview, you know, vibes, you don't know. These my people, otherwise, they show me and I just make sure that I come true and bless the team, man. The good people,
there
good
we
people.
Go.
Bless,
there we
bless.
go.
We appreciate it, absolutely.
How are you anyway, man? You good?
I bless, busy in a different way. Normally, you know, it'd be a lot of traveling, performances and stuff like that. But more on the business level, as we was discussing obviously before I started, launch a business at top of the year, which is I'll Be Vegan, which is the health consultation, health and fitness, transitioning into a healthier lifestyle, getting into veganism, cutting out the red meat, cutting out the things that bad for you, that is bring your body down. And just helping people get to overall better health. As you know, health is wealth and health is key. I see it saying, you could coin the phrase or not, but I always saying, like, to live your best life, you gotta be alive to live it. And that's why that's why this important to me. And I know we, as a people, we sick because it's easier for me to get the McDonald's and the whole heap of thing and the fast food and stuff like that, and cheaper. And when you're at the bottom trying to get up, you can only afford what you can afford. So I try to show them more efficient, more effective ways that you could still get similar thing. It'd be a little more expensive, but versus $1 versus $1.50, you know, $1 versus $2 and your life, I think the $2 ain't that expensive.
Yeah,
and trust me, I come from humble beginnings, having nothing, and I understand it. I understand every level. Yeah.
That's such important work, yeah. And is this something that you started because of Corona, or was it already something that was, let's say, bubbling before the pandemic started?
Well, what happened is, me and my business partner, she's do the fitness. She's actually I do fitness, but obviously I do mine is different. And I wasn't really into it yet because I was still performing. And I was like, do these, I see everybody doing these fitness class. I like to be different. So I was seeing everybody do the workouts, even though everybody keep telling me yours will be different. Yours will be different and stuff like that. I kind of like to create my own little niches and stuff. So from her doing that, being full vegan, and me now being on this journey for like 12 years, she being on the journey for like 4 years. And on the other side now, understanding the supplementation of it way better. She understanding the having fitness, like she understand body parts and how to move. All I do is walk up, pelt waist. I know how to teach people how to dance and stuff in that sense. But as in maybe talk about overall aerobics, yoga, meditation and stuff like that, she's brilliant at that. And so we just came together and launched at the top of the year. So I was doing it, helping people quietly, and everybody would be like, so with all this information, what you doing start a business? What you doing start? And it's about this been happening like 3 years. Or probably even about 4 years, like prior to COVID. So it was like 2015 and stuff. It was talking to people about it and just showing, and people always just come and pick my brain to, I eating this. You feel like you should eat this and mix this with that. And join, can I eat this with this? What's the best thing to eat? Or I won't go on this diet plan. You feel my body could take this. And then I will go and just research. And then I've read it, but it's something that I really want to say passionate about it. Then everything just goes on to autopilot. And then I invest time, energy, money. I invest all of me into it.
Nice.
So the products that I sell now, if you check the website, which is www.ilbevegan.com, ISLE, because we playing on aisle as in supermarket aisle. I from the Caribbean aisle, so I try to use the one that was more towards food. And then, I started just helping people behind the scenes, and then just grow into this, just blossom into this. But it's really beautiful. I've always been passionate about people, so it's important.
And like I said before, it's so important as well. Like people, it's so easy, like you said, it's so easy to get the cheap foods, to get the cheap McDonald's, but it's not the best fuel for your body, so to say. So I can completely. I'm a fan. I said it before. I will say it again. I'm a big fan.
Blessings, big up, man. I'm a big fan of yours. I'm a big fan of yours too, because how we met was more on the party scene. Not knowing you have the DJ skills, you know. So bigger yourself. You don't know what it is.
Thank you. We'll be talking about your musical side more in a bit, and we'll post a link to your website in the description, so that people can find it as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's such a good way to deal with.
We ship worldwide, so you can order from anywhere. We ship worldwide.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Oh, that's great.
But just stop the screen from going back to Sharon to regular, please. Sharon, the screen going back to Sharon to regular. And once is like I seen she face is like it's different.
Oh my God, why are you doing this? Can we stop? Can we stop tormenting me? I've done nothing to you.
There's a serious conversation we having. There's no joke. Like and take the grease off your forehead. So
listen. I'm signing off. I'm out. I'm gone. Bye.
I tell you to sign off. And don't lean back so far before you butt the fan. And what I was saying though is really and truly, right? Halloween just done, obviously, and when you watch a lot of scary movies and stuff like that, you can't got Sharon face popping up. Is now because you know the no remake for real, RQ, you know the no remake Candyman and that kind of thing if you call the body name 3 times and stuff like that. So them things they go wanna go set the timing. I don't know if you could go into Zoom and change the settings or whatever to make it, slower transitions. Let me say that, slower transitions. Or even just left your face like a watermark, but really light up in the corner. And then I will be prepared, like when it start to come back, when it fade, ain't no into full color, if you get what I mean.
Oh my
Just a suggestion. I want to you how to run your show. Or just a suggestion.
Do you know what, yeah? What have I done to deserve this? I don't understand. What did I ever do to you to deserve such persecution?
I think we should I think we should mention that you do know Stabby from before this interview, right?
No, I don't know him. I've never met him in my life. Who is Stabby even? Who is he? I don't fucking know. Excuse my language.
Oh, language.
I'm sorry.
It just don't look like you have one eye, bro. You got one eye, bro.
Oh my god, no, do you know what, yeah?
Oh, that you stress line. Oh, start with that.
Oh my god. Why me? Why me? Why? What have I... No, please tell me. What have I done to deserve this treatment?
You did your eyebrows for this interview?
I don't ever do my eyebrows.
I tell myself so. You should have.
Oh my god.
Do you know what? Listen, RKO, I'm not talking for the rest of this interview. I'm out.
It's gonna be difficult.
Hey, Cole over here. Wanna do a minute if I have tea, right? I should be able to have.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Do what you need to do.
Yeah.
That's cool. So
right, let's
tell me, please, how after all that. So I feel like I'm just being ridiculed here, but do you know what? It's cool. I'm gonna be the bigger person. I'm gonna act like I didn't hear it, and I'm gonna move on. So, how has COVID affected you?
Just in the beginning, everybody with the uncertainty and like I was in States, obviously bouncing back and forth, but mainly in the States because Israel launched the business from.
Oh, okay.
Right? And I want to take it back home, but obviously I got to find a more cost-effective way because when you go back to the Caribbean, things can be more expensive, even trying to get in and stuff like that. So I got to try to find a way to circumvent that so that the people can afford, even if it is, again, it's a probably smaller packaging, I think, to try to help people. But I launched a business from over here, and I was more just waiting. Everybody was waiting at that time. Promoters was unsure what they could do from what they can't do. The rules was changing every week. Different things it was hearing about the disease. Was it man-made? Was it in a lab? If you need a vaccine, if it could pass on, if it's this or if it's that or if it's that. And then when it comes to protocols, how much people you could have in a building, it started, it was 1 minute, it could have been 500, so you could still hold a party. Then it dropped it to 200, then it went to 100. So then obviously how you can be back my money if they book you as an artist. Then which means no, you as an artist no gotta drop your price. So do I become a prickle as an artist? Or do I just wait it out, just like how the promoter know we wait it out? Because any transaction should always be a win-win for both.
Of course.
I that's what I believe in. So if I come to do an event with you, I'm looking to make you have to sell a liver or a kidney or put the show in duress to put me on a show. Nor do I want you to disrespect my art or my craft.
Exactly.
And obviously people y'all know that I not cocky or anything. I just really talk straight. I just speak facts. What I don't know and I'm unsure of, I'd be like, I know. And I know it's one of the hardest working entertainers, but what I just do. I respect singers and sweet singers and stuff like that. I respect what they do. But you can stand at one place and sing your song and let people put the mic to you and stuff like that. If I go onto stage and I was to say yes, I just stand up for the whole thing, I would get hit with wet toilet paper and old tomatoes and stuff like that. The expectation, and I guess it's obviously part of my fault, but it's something that's a good fault, which is that they know I give 1,000% of myself. When I go on stage, and when I come off a stage, my stomach's be upset. Sometimes I vomit and all kind of thing. Sometimes I just get on that bike, put so much energy because I hit the ground really hard. If you go back to videos, and I had to find a way to look like I doing similar thing, take my foot off the pedal a little bit because it's hit the ground, like the energy that I put out. Like it's gonna be like up for days and stuff afterwards after I done perform. So when I got back to back, when you do a carnival setting or a crop over run, like back to back events, like when crop over done, I shut down for like 2 months and all kind of thing.
I can imagine.
Yes.
I mean, we've seen you perform, and I completely agree with you. You give 1,000%. It's amazing to see you work in that sense.
I appreciate.
So yeah, I completely understand what you're saying, and this just adds more depth into knowing. I mean, seeing you already. I mean, I see you perform, but I never seen you obviously leave. You know.
Yeah.
And when you're exhausted like that, it just shows more that the level of energy you put in. Basically, I think that's amazing.
Yeah, you have
Absolutely.
to too. You have to. I think if you're doing anything, just do it all. Either all or nothing.
100%.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
100%.
So that's like this. That's why I
always...
support you all right through all the time. That's like if like when you all call. Sorry about last week again. It was supposed to be recorded earlier, but the time zone difference and all that just threw me off. And
that's okay. There's no worries. Yeah.
I actually fixing up the garage into a physical location, so I doing a lot of do-it-yourself work myself and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that's what been pulling, buying lumber and product and stuff like that. So,
is there something you cannot do?
Well, yeah,
you're building. You know, you're.
I know what he can't
artist.
do. Listen, RKO, I know what he can't do. Be nice to me. That's one thing he can't do.
I could be nice to you. I said good evening when I came on. Did I say good evening?
That's not good enough.
That's
sorry, because my
what
shiny forehead got it.
You are grateful.
What do you mean ungrateful? I get called pop down.
You are a pessimist. You should be seeing it half full, not half empty. You need to change your attitude so your life will illuminate like a tree.
Like a tree?
Of light.
Or like your forehead.
Like a tree of light.
Like listen, RKO, don't do that. Don't do that.
But you see that I get the actions. I get the actions. RKO just went below the belt. I get the actions.
No.
Like a tree of light. You see?
I'm sorry. I just couldn't not do it.
If you look at it, you know, but RKO went straight for the truth.
He went for the jugular. No, I'm definitely a victim. I'm a victim. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to say it.
Wow. I can't believe this. What's going on? What is it? Let's ridicule Sean's day. What have I done to you?
Don't say that. Yeah, that's my mistake. That's my mistake. Don't do that. Yeah. You may end up with one of them. Every week. Or every year.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I'm gonna ask you another question in the meantime.
Yeah. No problem.
So, before the health business, before COVID happened, you were a successful artist in Barbados. Was there before that as well? Did you do anything else before becoming an artist?
Let's go back to upbringing. Well, let me put it this way: my father left when I was really young, like about 7 or so, and then things at home changed. So I was never able to settle into a job until I actually leave home when I was like 17, 18. So most of the jobs I have was bare odd jobs. It gave me experience. When I look back, it gave me a lot of experience. It also, as Sharon will know, I'm a deep empath. So when you do a lot of jobs, it makes you well-rounded when it comes to how you see things about people, and it builds your empathy. So
absolutely,
that's where I am now. Like I did between from 14 to 21, I had more jobs than my age, and so our gas stations. I work at every gas station chain in Barbados. I do building. I used to install roofing. I got a few houses that in Barbados. If you go now, I install roofing in like 3-4 houses. That's before I left that job. Guy tried to hide money, thief money from me. Oh, right? Wow. Changing from paying your debt is day work. Changing it to is job work, and then change it to day work. That's what he tried to do. I didn't love that job because I love working my hands. It was unfortunate for me. The school I went to now, which is a great school, Robert Secondary, Louis Lynch Secondary School. We were small, so we didn't have the facility to do metalwork, woodwork, technical drawing, all the stuff that I was really good at. So the only subjects then that were main for me that I loved was social studies, visual arts, because I always had a passion for people. So social studies always drew me in. I was never avid reader, so geography and them, they didn't like those sort of subjects. But social studies, visual arts, home management, and one more, office procedures. So, so I love working my hands. So after coming out of that, the only job, we were poor. So there was a school program where they would help children who were underprivileged children, right? And they would give you like a free lunch and a free breakfast and stuff like that. So part of it was like a job placement program to help you put money back into the program. So that was where I started working, like 13, 14, because that was the first time that I became a part of the program and stuff like that. And that would be simplified version of doing it. And so then I had to start working at Wabisco Company, which is a biscuit factory. And they have the product line and working. And it used to be, I think, $300 or something at that time. And I would get $150, give my mother like $50 or $70 at 14. And they would take the other $150 and put back into the program to help other children. So that was the payoff of it. And from there, then I work at like steel company, Slumber Rest. I work at Harbor Road where I call people and holler, did you pay your bill?
That's amazing.
Miss Watkins, I see outstanding balances here on your cell phone bill. Can you, man, is that your final statement? Okay, thank you. Have a great day.
Wow, you've been everywhere, basically.
Pampers, work at Pamper Factory. Do actual building houses now. Because one time I was working, installing, and they know I was a laborer. They also working with a class carpenter now, building houses. So building houses from ground up. Work at supermarkets, all kind of different supermarket chains, restaurant. And I mean like not basic restaurant, like Caribbean lifestyle restaurant, not like I only work at one restaurant that would have been like 3-star level. I think that was a 3-star, 4-star restaurant. But other than that, beer normal, like local cuisine, kind of bars, restaurant thing. I do all kind of different work. I do security work, used to walk with the dogs.
Oh wow.
If y'all were with me, I could have probably do what you call it, a documentary. What you call simple life. Maybe say simple, the simple hardworking life of a poor man, or simple life of a poor man, and do the documentary like that, and then just show you all the jobs. But what it did was made me, I would say, better rounded, and it helped me to be more understanding.
Definitely.
Because even me, sometimes I would go to an event, and you could see like people that wanted to be police, but they didn't make the cut. They either short, or you can see that them probably ain't had it in them to be a police, but them in security at the door, and the power going to the head. And sometimes I say, I will understand what the power will go to your head, because usually in your life, when you getting paid an hour and so on for the night, this is all you could do. You actually wasted the majority. It might not have been your fault totally, but you gotta take the blame and where the direction of your life goes, whether up or down. If you take all the credit when your life up, but then you gotta take some credit when your life down too. You gotta take credit for that. So sometimes I will have a conversation and say, you ain't gotta be so aggressive. We do this work already. Trust me, I know it's good to your head where people gonna answer to you. It's not a job that you want to do. So you're trying to get the best you want out of it. But just, calm a little bit, man. You ain't gotta be like that. Trust me. It's better to be that people respect you.
Yeah.
So that when you done the job and you actually go on the street, that you ain't in fear. Because I've seen enough of these security is unfortunate. The nightclubs and people going to drinks, and when the night done, you got your money and you feel the night over and somebody wait on you. So you just gotta try to treat people with respect, and you just gotta give people love all the time. That's one thing everybody deserves. But when you don't know people, there's a blank slate. When they start to write information down, whether it's good or bad, then you decipher that information, and then you pay dividends of love, or maybe I need to stay away from you, or distance, or whatever.
That's it.
I think that's a great way of living anyway, I think that's really a good way of
Sorry if I
dealing with
overtalk.
people.
I didn't want to slow
No,
down
that's
too
fine.
much. Yeah.
It's
I
not
do
fine
want to
though,
know,
is it?
however.
You
I
chat
do
too
want to know.
much. That's your problem, and it's always been
You're
your
trying to
problem.
get back at him, don't you?
You chat too much.
No, because I'm just curious how from that you rolled into the entertainment business, basically.
Oh yeah. Talk to us about Spin Pooch.
Exactly, that's what I was going for.
Properly to spin pooch. It's
Like
two
spin
separate
pooch.
words. It's right,
Spin
separate words.
Pooch.
Right. So Spin Pooch Inc. was started in 2003. It didn't have the name Spin Pooch Inc. yet, but we were a group in the first year, and that was with me and the lead singer, Big Tar. He actually approached me. It was his idea because he was singing, and he's not really like a performer. He's not really like a performer type. So he was asking me, not a dancer either. He just have really good ideas, and he's very talented, vocally, good writing and stuff like that. So he was like, I need help. I want you to teach me how to dance, and I would like you to be my lead dancer, my main dancer, and let me try to recruit some other people because I want to sing this year. So then it was like, okay. And then he made me promise to be with he for the entire season if we go ahead. So I did that as well. So then I brought on a guy that that I used to when we go partying, he will always be there. So then I showed him, brought him in. Then I trained the lead singer to dance. Then I trained him a little bit because you could have wine and stuff. And that first season, we didn't do full-on routines because it was the first time. You just wanted a good backdrop and him to be able to express himself rhythmically as well. So then we did that work on his dancing, give him little things to do so that when he on the stage and stuff, he could feel more comfortable. Then the next year is when we actually launched Spin Pooching. Because the first year we were in a tent that only would have like 7 people.
Right.
Imagine you performing and overall is like 13 people and 6 of them is band members' friends. 6 of them is like somebody girlfriend, something, and a security guard and a security man just come in and so like,
but you still gave it 1,000% probably.
Yeah, we sweating, we ain't getting paid. And show you how sport it is. And as a God-fearing man, I know you're all saying you're not really like a religious buffet kind of balance in between religion and spirituality, right? And how God is be sporty is that our song, the name Tornado, and we was in the tank that named Tornadoes, the Tornadoes. First year. And we spinning real pooch, we sweating, and then woo! Yeah! Bring them back. And we come back on, we get encore at 6, 7, woo! and then the security guard do that. The security guard from working coming, so yeah, yo, nice. Nice. But those things build character. Those things, to be honest, those are actually happier times. Definitely. That's when you were still like glary-eyed. That's where you were still looking at everything clean, looking at everything from the outside. As in, we just want to be a part of this. This is something great that we could do. We can emancipate ourselves financially. We can help other people, help we loved one and stuff like that. So we dive in full the next year. And then we had Jucking Up Pie. We do the routine, how to teach everybody the routine, train everybody. We brought in Emery. That was when we bring Emery, Box, Dario. Pumpy coming that year. Yeah, Pumpy coming, but later. That's the big guy. And KC. And then it was new for me because normally I just dance. I naturally dance. I watched Edwin Yearwood years ago. That was the first body that like struck me like he different. And that's when he used to do not the whining, the you know, the typical Bajan dance, you know, the grass skirt, the normal where you would sit dance. But Evan used to do this thing where he would go across the stage and he barely be going up and down. So I never forget that.
Right.
And even in front of the mirror trying to do it, so I said, you gotta get that do. You gotta get that do. And in front of the mirror, pelted beer, little and move in. But remember, you come from humble beginnings now. So the mirror only about this way. So from the time I feel like I can't see myself in the morning, like, all right, I gotta try to do it in 2 slides. Cause after 3 slides, I ain't in the mirror sight anymore. So I turn it now, and then I got it done. And I was real happy when I got it done. And I went down the road, so that first bottom I kept showing, and they said a bottom that was so broad. And this years ago, I was like about 8 or 9 years, 9. And I went down the road and I went to do it behind the woman now. So she thought it was like a big man. But in that time, we had a higher level of morality. That's what I was saying. So when she looked back and see me, she moved me. You know what I'm saying? But in the beginning, she was dancing. And I went, she know do these like this. Yo, I didn't feel good here. The bottom big soul up, hitting me on my chest soul up. And then she looked back and do sort of move on, go on, what you don't want to do? And do sort of, and to tell you the truth, I stalked that woman for about two gaps.
Oh and my God.
The woman bottom cheek, like when you heard the woman walking there, just doing sort of, hi, how everybody doing? That was the bottom doing. But you remember, you're young now, so you know the perv energies, you're young, you think, you just can't believe it. You're shocked, so like, oh, she bottom thing, never see a bottom like that. And then went back behind she again, like probably 2 things down, and then somebody shout and say, "Babe, you mother know you don't hear." Gone. Jack off here. She done. So that was my first time. And then after that, obviously you would have seen, like then there was Lil Ray. And I always was like, always into breakdancing. Was in breakdancing group in school, and we always have competitions and stuff like that, and pop and lock and do all of that, worm and then I just basically start to merge the dance styles together, and that's where spin pushing. That's why I put with spin pushing. I started to merge everything, and that's what you see. Like we even had a song with country in it, and I look for country dances to try so I can understand it. And just include it in a way where we still have our waistlines moving, that it would be energetic and not lackluster.
Okay.
And it, to be honest, we was really blowing up. We was really doing well and stuff. It's just unfortunate that was my main dream in the beginning. To actually, with Spin Chain was my main thing. As I told you, it's pour everything into something when they do it. But when you see other people have a different vision, and a very cloudy vision on like thunderstorms or 5 category 5 hurricane type of vibe. You was gonna get away from those things.
Yeah.
Because when you're so close to something, you would die for it. You would fight for it. You would. You would get yourself in trouble for it. So it made sense to withdraw myself, and so that I could maintain the image I had in my head of where it started and the love that I had for it. If I stayed, it would have the water would have get murky, real muddy, and then I couldn't even look back on that now as something to even speak on.
Yeah,
but it still brings me joy, and it still brings me sadness because I loved it. It was said or rumor and all that different stuff, because when they shift, you know, when people think that you're not better or can do better or not even greater, just as great, or so on, and they see themselves as the pinnacle and you below me. What happens is that when you leave, the shock that just leave them with, it's almost that was the second time when I left home from under my mom's regime, and when I left that regime, it was like that same sort of energy, like shock, and then Allah try to behind the scene talk and stuff like that, but we don't think people that know me know my heart. I know that I love real strong. My love, I either love you or I like you, and I don't confuse the two.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, and that's Spin Puching. Yeah, we brought in some other youngsters after that later, because when they became Stabby, sorry if I'm talking too much. When they became Stabby now and they launched, that was the year we had I write a song for a girl and she tell me she liked the melody, but she wanted in the new key. That year I launched Stabby, and then I still, even though that there was friction, some of the stuff I didn't know, because maybe it wouldn't help. So that's how God is work again. He made sure that I didn't hear about it till 2 years down the road.
Yeah,
so
of course.
I actually helped with our routine.
Yeah.
Build our routine and then train everybody with the routine. And the dancers know who were new that came in, got to train with me and stuff like that. And then they went and took it to the next level. And then we kind of reconcile in a sense. Because of the dancers. The dancers is where it come from, and the dancers who I had a lot of love and respect for. And there was some young heads, and they always used to look up to me. So when they were like, man, Stubbs, man, come, we need help, we need thing, don't worry about that, whatever, just be with me, and let me keep the name going. So then that we reconsolidate in that sense. On behalf of the entire group. And then what I did was had one of the more tedious years performing wise, because Pimple Chink was such a household name already. I think Stabby was like up in
start over again basically
playing already. So in Barbados now people would forget. And I started to dance with Pimple Chink because they didn't want me to. The dance was like just dance with me, just give me this year or whatever. And I just pray about it. And I went and I give them that. So now I'll be here. They had a point in time that the people put Spin Puching 18th and Stabby 19th. How am I supposed to do that? So now I go on as Spin Puching and we go on costume, run off, take off my costume to put on another costume to then be hearing, and bring it to you now. And I go run on. All I do is running on, run off. And I go call the promoters. And because Spin Puching was such a whole name already, and the songs, well, that was a real big song, and we were a very big brand already. It was like two big brands, and they will put me to the end or like second last. I'll probably put one of the other Star Wars right after me or something. Then Spin Puching wouldn't be that far away. It'd be like 3 or 4 performances. So that was a real hectic season for me. But it was fulfilling. It was because I didn't even used to get paid. I didn't even used to take money.
Oh wow.
That was the other side of it too. People would think like you perform and do 30, 40 performances and dress tech $800 for the whole season. And that's just you dancing and you said no pay the other man. Because if you pay me, if I already over here doing my thing, I used to work too. So I had a 9 to 5 back then and still doing Stabby, because it's the first year that I launched. So I ain't traveled yet. I know this after the season is when I start traveling. So it's like I was telling him, no, don't pay me. And this isn't to big up myself. You all know me, like F it wasn't so I want to say.
Yeah.
I just gave you all like a broader view, to pay them. So then they would get paid. And so they used to feel guilty even taking the money. To be honest, because we took people off of the block. Like there were 3 people on the block that used to be hustling that we put off the block to do something positive, to be seen in a different light, to be seen on TV that other children say, I could do that. They're like Spin Puching was a real shining light. And as y'all could pick up, like that's still like a sore thing for me. It's a lot of love, but it's still something I'm real sorry that I didn't have the balls, but it's the goal. I would say the goal to just bully the thing. And so what I know I love one of, I know when I love me, I know when to respect me, we come over here. We would have had to change the name, and that was the other part of it too. And I was like, left it where it is. You know? But yeah.
That's so amazing, though. Like, yeah.
Sorry, I really need to pee. I'm gonna be back.
Okay, well,
TMI. Just
That's really cool, though. Like, I've never known this, but must be nice to also be able to influence other people then with your craft. You know, your what you do best. So it's really cool.
That's important. Like what you did, look at what you doing. You know, like I interviews you're trying to do. Like I artists. Yes, you're doing stuff for yourself. By the end of the day, also, everything you do is leave a fingerprint or a footprint. And
that's what I hope as well, yeah.
Yeah, that footprint, younger DJs that say, look, you know what? I could play, but I don't know if that exactly where my passion is. I know I want to do music still, but maybe I want to be, what you call it now? I want to be more like an announcer. I want to be around music. But I want to be more announcer or the body doing interviews or maybe a mixture of both. If you're that talented, you do both. And you leaving a footprint or fingerprint here that people could just follow. You inspiring even though you ain't know, you know.
Yeah, and for me, I mean, if we can somehow make this more accessible to people as well, you know, like just the soca genre, make the artists a bit more bigger than they can be right now, in that sense. That opens up new doors as well for new performers, new people, people, you know, like you were helping basically to also become what you are now, for example, in the future, which is, you know, I think also a good version of the future anyway for me. You know? Yeah.
That was a blessing.
That was a very quick one, Sharns.
Yeah, I definitely wash my hands, by the way, guys, with soap.
I was gonna ask, yeah.
Dried them as well.
I hear frightened, cause there's no way that was that quick. There's no way. Right now I rear frightened. Either you hid something from me that I don't know about.
What?
Are you more like your Sean is more like a Sean? Are you a Sean?
Oh my God. You need to stop. Why am I always getting persecuted here? I don't understand.
Is it a that?
How is it too quick?
Are you about here bare bottom on people's TV here? Go up on pants. Go up on the pants. Hey, you bare bottom about there. Go up on the pants.
You know what? I'm gonna stand up. I've got on shorts.
Nah, man. Fire.
These are my beach shorts as well.
Nah, man. And put your arms, man. Come on.
Listen, leave me alone.
Go on, flex.
Right, sure. Do you have any questions before I continue asking my questions? Because I can go all day.
Jesus Christ. Sorry. I'm just still trying to get over the fact that I finally emptied my bladder. I was holding that for time. I don't know if you guys saw me, but I'm moving around. So I don't know if you're going to hear that on the mic.
Always move around.
You'll be fine.
Every time I see your arms, I feel like I should be just going in gym, man. Drink whey protein or some other synthetic.
Listen,
and just
my arms are small. I don't go to the gym anymore.
Bench press cures or something.
Oh God! Listen.
Okay, you know I'm gonna ask questions now because
go for it. Go for it. Okay. Oh no! Wait, wait. Let me go. I'm ready. Hold on. Let me just compose myself after this victimization that I'm going through. So,
cool.
So, young man, tell me. In terms of getting bookings, do you feel that you find it easier to sort of be more successful or get bookings in the US than Barbados?
It's kind of similar. The difference would be the respect that will be shown. I think it's better outside of the island. Okay. And most artists will probably tell you that. Even as big as the Maze and the Love Home and all that, is like the diaspora abroad, they really want to see you succeed because they it's almost like they have it's like the ghetto. Like if you come from the ghetto and you start doing like shiny light stuff, they have like a part. They believe they you showing up a part of them too. So they take stake in whatever successes you have.
Yeah.
And if you feel and think them is feel hurt too.
Okay.
And I think overseas now, when it comes to diaspora, people, and even outside the diaspora, you'll find like even new soca people from other ethnicities and stuff like that. They just want the artists to succeed. Even outside the diaspora, even more than the diaspora, because they don't know they come into it. And they're like, this is a new thing, festival. Reba. Right, man?
That was me in 2018.
You know? And they just want the best for everybody. So if they like your music, they just go like everything, stream it.
Yeah, of course.
The diaspora now, what I would say will be second in line, as in when it comes to the support and the love and having a stake into that. Then it will more go to the ghetto back home, and then step outside the ghetto to then the normal people last. Because the average person be like, well, let me see. It's more like a crab in the bucket type of mentality.
Yeah.
It's like you go in and leave us.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. And obviously there'll be some parts, I ain't saying ghetto perfect. There'll be certain parts of ghetto that'll be like, oh, you blowing it now, you feel too big and so on. But all in like that, a lot of the ghetto, just be like, I'm glad you get out. You know?
Yeah.
And you'll find like more people that maybe didn't get to reach their aspirations or didn't have any aspirations or didn't get to reach their goals and stuff like that. They'll be the ones that want to try to live their life through you. So they will try to limit you with what they didn't get to do.
Okay.
So now they
bringing
like,
you down to bring themselves up. Yeah.
Yes. But to me, it's similar. It's just the support. I think there's a weird misunderstanding or misconception of what I do. I'm not a singer. I've never claimed to be a singer. I'm a performer. I'm an entertainer. So
absolutely,
when people do like, oh, you don't have one of the top 10 songs, okay, but people know my songs. When it playing, you fat people is dance and move, good. So therefore, people know my songs, they love my songs, but it might not be a top 10 song to you because there are DJs that just got a playlist and they play these 10 songs because I want to play the favorite songs because I want to make sure I get forward. I want to keep my bookings. Kudos to them if that's the only thing that they think they could do, but also kudos to the DJs that are versatile, who know how to talk in tunes, who knows that if a tune get played, it will be a big song because it deserves to be a big song. When you hear certain songs, like, we need to give this song a chance. You know what? This got sign in it. Yeah. That's making you feel like you want to move. Yeah. That's why big up both of y'all for. You know what I'm saying? Y'all play music to make people move. And movement is another part of spirituality, one of the building blocks of spirituality. Yep. Right? That's where we come from. That's how we free slaves and get, rejoice to get off of the plantation. That's how we send messages. We have fire dance and all kind of thing. We come from that heritage. Right? So movement is what you're trying to create to make people enjoy themselves. So from that side, I think there's a misunderstanding of what I do. So when somebody book me now, they want to book you for the song. You could book me from my songs, but the difference is that if you look at me as how I am, you would understand, like, don't even try to sharp me if you wouldn't sharp that person. Because that person will come on stage and make that crowd sing their songs for the whole night. And you say, oh, yes, boy, this is what we booking for. And you could get a DJ play the same song and the crowd sing it the same way.
Exactly. Yeah.
You remember there was a point in time, about 5 years, that was the time of the DJ. 5 years was the time of the DJ, 5, 6 years. And I saw it. And I say, you know what's the time of the DJ? You know who gonna suffer here? The people that they used to push. Once you can sing, go on. Once you got a sweet voice. Because when it comes to our dialect, we look down on ourselves. Yeah. We love when the tourists come trying to sound like we, but if we sound like us, ghetto. Where he come from? He bed must see Makota curtains. He ain't got no He beg He's brushing teeth all the way here, brush. He can't afford a proper toothbrush. where he come from now, he's a Neanderthal. He probably is gonna save water, so he's probably be able to reuse the water in a bucket that got like 2 little holes in it that leaking. So he gotta use it. You know, like the people look at you like,
yeah.
So
I never knew it was that deep, but that's deep. that's I mean, it runs deep, you know, like
Yeah.
nah, when you look at it, right? I don't submit myself to some of the things that science will show you, but there's a science in a law stuff. When you look at it, there's a science in a law stuff. And singers struggle in the time of the DJ because you weren't needed, and entertainers got the bookings in that time. Those who could have performed and entertain people is who maintain bookings. So I maintain bookings, and other artists similar maintain bookings. You would see the rise of Mr. Killer and so on and stuff like that. Yeah. Right?
Exactly.
So, and then now you'll find that the DJ and the I guess there's a certain type of artist. There's certain producers that work with certain artists, and they go around and is kind of keep into that circle. So to break that niche now that going around when we talk about the carnival world, you have to supersede that by really bringing a big hit.
Yeah.
So that's the position I in now. That's the position I in now. To hit the market with a super big hit. To think. So right now the singers back mixed with the DJ. That's about right now. And a certain type of who work with is more like a clique stuff going around now. It was always a clique thing, but it is a more stranglehold now when it comes to clique thing. So I ain't bad with nobody. I good with everybody, but I see time that means what? You're good with everybody, but we only good with we over here. If you're good with everybody, then you good with everybody. So now it's almost like how mulattoes was when back in the 60s. I look kind of white, I look kind of black. I belong to none too. Because life was never the only clique that they were supposed to have was the human race. And the animal kingdom.
That's it.
Animal kingdom is supposed to clique up because animals are supposed to be with animals and humans are supposed to be with humans. That's the only thing. Obviously, you know what I mean, mammals and stuff like that. But that's the only cliques that's supposed to be. Not like in small spaces or white, black. Then after white, black, Hispanic, Indian, all kind of thing. Then you're going after that now. You come down now, rich, poor, all this kind of different things now. So that's really where we're at right now.
Yeah.
True.
So for me, it's to just hit the market with a big one. And I haven't done work. I released obviously the 2 tunes at the top of the year, but I wasn't in that space. I was more just on the business tip.
Yeah.
So I didn't really I kind of start promoting, but then it was more like
yeah.
I'm more passionate, to be honest, right now about my people.
Of course, yeah.
And when music come back and I experienced some loss, you know? I experienced some loss. I had brethren and stuff like that lost their loved ones through the whole pandemic. Some people I was able to help get through it, and heal and stuff like that. Then some I only get back end news 2 weeks ago. Obviously, y'all knowing on here first, I lost my dear sister.
Oh no.
Condolences, man.
Yeah, condolences.
Thank you. So my mind was more of getting the facility up so that we can now start to really have interpersonal visits. Because you can do it on the phone and obviously Zoom, Instagram, whatever, do video call, whatever, WhatsApp video, whatever, and you could start to talk to people and you could pour your passion into them and you could try to guide them in this and that. But being hands-on, there ain't nothing like hands-on. Hands-on, though, where you can sit down with people, feel the energy. Because some people can hide stuff from you when they're on there, right? And you got to make people even more comfortable and you got to pull whatever it is out of them so that you can actually help them heal.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing, like transitioning the gym fully now, playing in the thing, the bathroom just put in, We just held our We Run Hollis over here as a running group, non-profit. We basically encourage people out. There's stuff we want to do back in Barbados, but I haven't been able to go back and forth with working on some stuff. After bouncing back a little bit, then it was you gotta get certain things before you could do certain things, and then getting certain things and stuff like that. So it's like I've been making use of the time, and then my other sister, then she contracted it, and then I was able then to call her on the phone because she back in Barbados. I helped her now, and she got over it. But I wasn't giving out even my dear sister, that one lives and stuff. So that hurt me, but I was able to pour that energy. And it didn't make no sense even trying to go back for that because you can't see nothing. Casket, it will always be closed when there's a call of death and stuff like that. And so it was like, it didn't make no sense being there. I wouldn't feel no closer. I would have just probably even feel further. Prison, like when you can see the body right there, but you can't open the casket, even just. It just made. So I watch it online. That's good that they had the Lanehurst Funeral Home, so big up to them. And I was able to watch it online, and it was a beautiful service and stuff like that. And I was able to put that energy more into this, and knowing that my sister was a happy camper, and she was a light. She is a light, not was a light. She's a light. Somewhere, because you don't die, is energy don't die. The body will go, but the energy don't die.
Yeah, of course.
That's right.
Don't feel that's to make the thing, keep hype. My sister don't want none this thing, none avoid, everybody know.
I hear that.
No, but it's sad news though,
I hear that.
I don't like the thing and write a note on it, and hopefully if anybody find it, they Chinese things is light that's go up in here and float far.
Oh, the lantern.
I light it and everything, and that went up in the sky, and that that made me feel so good. And quick set emotions went through, but the majority, the main emotion was that it just felt so good. And I felt like, I hope you get that message, and I hope somebody find it. And it's just neat Detroit. We don't drive over it with cars and things. I don't know how far out it's going. I have to find it in the ocean, and all like float away.
Yeah.
I hope it don't kill no fish or anything like that, but
fingers crossed.
Yeah, exactly. That's a shoe with bones.
There's something I want to ask you.
Yeah.
We discussed it earlier, not when you weren't here. We discussed it earlier in the podcast where I played soca when I was in Barbados. I played soca at a reggae event, and people wanted to literally kill me. Yeah. So what I've noticed is that if it's not crop over time, people don't really want to hear soca.
Right.
This is what I've experienced. So I just find it really weird that it's a Caribbean island where obviously soca originates from the Caribbean, but people in Barbados, a lot of people don't actually like soca.
Nah, people love soca.
What's your experience with... I don't know, man. What's your experience with it then?
That's the way I tell you. People love soca, but they always had a seasonal mindset.
Okay.
So think about it this way. Let me go back to slavery. We come out of slavery, and the last generation that was coming out of that primitive time, that was coming out of when we was fully enslaved, and we started to get I don't want to say rights, but I would do it in inverted commas, and we were becoming more civilized, or it was bringing we into normal way of life, right? That generation continued to be this is the white man's world. This is it. And you continue to tell that to your children. So every time your children grew up, they always saw, no disrespect our kid, well, you don't know. Use one of the good ones. So it's that was a generational curse that was passed on. And we as Black people now always felt like change was bad. because what they would do is strip your daughter away from you or strip your husband away from you and sell them to another plantation. So every time something changed, it was never good.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So that passed down and that never let go. There are certain things that is not genetic. I can't remember what you call it, but somebody that watching this would know the word, and if they comment underneath and be able to word it properly, because it's hard to find words how to articulate it. No, it's almost like DNA, but it's not. It's more like ancestral DNA, but the word, that's not the term. I just try to draw a picture with my words that you can actually understand what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But it's like that. It's not DNA in the sense of what DNA is, but it's like an innate kind of feeling that does pass through from generation to generation, like pheromones. Like when you check with pheromones, if you with a girlfriend long enough, your menstrual will line up. After a while, if you and a girlfriend get really close, and your menstrual were weeks apart, it will start to get closer.
Yes.
So understand, we are spiritual beings. We are electromagnetic energy. So when you look at it, that's been passed down, and we've always celebrated things this particular way. That's why if somebody choose to go away, they'll be like, that's changed, so that bad. Oh, you're trying to be fancy. You're trying to be whatever. And it's very sad. It's an ignorance that was passed down. Now, you got to remember, in that time, that ignorance was saving our lives. Well, our ancestors' lives. But after a time, just like our diet, we keep the same diet too. That was in a time when we used to be in the hot sun getting our vitamin D3. That's when we was in the hot sun working, where we was burning calories. But we kept the same diet. When we can become more civil, we kept the diet that was allowing us to eat bad food and make it taste good. When they give you the pig guts and the cow belly and all of that, we had to season it with sugar, use wheat flour, all kind of to season it. Because remember, you had the stove, so you had to leave it curing in the sun to try to eat it and make it taste good. So you use a lot of sugar, a lot of salt, and a lot of wheat and cornmeal and stuff. Them things ain't good to be using in these times. Maybe more so they do in offices. But that was what was passed down to us.
Yep.
So it's where soca came from. Obviously, you got the Rashard I that say he created soca, but there are two forms of soca. The one that Eddie Grant did, obviously, again, you're also in history trying to come around. So bear in mind. There's the FOCA, which is soca calypso. And there's a misunderstanding in Bajan culture that soca is our soca. Our soca now was more the soca that was fused with international genre, like electric music and stuff like that. That's what you see, like Eddie Grant. I can't remember who it was that he produced Electric Avenue and some other mainstream music. While now, Rashard I was more doing the calypso, where do the kaiso. You know what kaiso is?
Yeah.
So it's more like an Indian drum, Indrani kind of energies type of vibe with that. And ours was more like soca now mixed with like soul music. So you could hear how our singers were versus when you look at the greatest singers in soca music that have ever existed, Barbados got because we come from more of a soulful type of music background. So that's where our music, so that's our soca versus soca. That's just how people know with the differentiation between the two. So what ended up happening now, we used to use our soca now to send messages and to also be petty. To be able to curse our plantation owners. Because Barbados is different from all the other places in the world. We don't have carnival. We have a festival. Crop over is not a carnival. It was never festival. A pagan. Carnival is a pagan festival. That you see is always before Lent. The Lent in a country or religious festival in a country. It's supposed to be give you time to free up like the purge and then come back and be good. Ours was never like that. Ours was the last kings after all the plantation and the slavery and so on. The plantation between thing, we would take the last kings and shape it out into a white man. put the hats on and everything, and burn the cans. And then we would light the cans on fire and dance around the cans. And that's we soca now singing, using our Bajan dialect. This is where we get the Bajan dialect and so on from to hide messages, you stupid man, and stuff like that.
Right.
And we would curse and swear at them, but they wouldn't even know that we cursing them out.
Of course, yeah.
Right? So we and so now imagine that has been there for so many years, passed on from great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather to great-grandfather to grandfather to father to then on to sons and so on. When you actually think about that, it's hard to get that out. It's very hard. Furthermore, only like 70-year-olds and 80-year-olds does no look at the youngsters and say, man, don't look down on the youngsters. You got to remember when you was young. But when they were 50, they weren't saying that. And if we get them to shorten the gap from don't wait till you 80 to try to tell you 50-year-old son or daughter to don't hate on the youths. Do it yourself when you're 40 and 50.
Yeah.
Don't be jealous of them because no, that will continue to play. And we are seasonal. Sorry for straying so far. Let me get back to on topic. There's a lot be going on in my head, so sorry.
No worries.
Cool.
So no, we get.
I'm learning a lot, so I like it.
They just don't. Caribbean people don't like change, but I can just speak for Barbados. Barbados people, Bajans do not like change. It always has something in the background, like something could be wrong.
Yeah.
Like something could be wrong, and is something that in them that they can't shut off. So for time you try to play soca in a time, and then we always be trying to cry for the people. So remember, the ghetto is getting looked down upon. Cricket, let me just try and show you an example. Cricket is seen as a high society sport, so it gets more support. Football is seen as a ghetto sport, so the communities is going to struggle to get sponsorship and to be able to put football teams out. Right? There's a better structure now than it was years ago, but cricket always had that structure years ago. But it's always ahead. Right? So what happened is that create a fight in the ghetto that people just look down upon. And when it comes to reggae, that is usually being able to tell the cries of the people. That's more like social activism when it comes to music.
Absolutely.
So when you get the reggae conscious and stuff like that now, even if it look dibby, it's telling the story of what the average person, poor person does go through. So when you come on an event where you see a reggae on the hill, right?
No, it wasn't reggae on the hill. It was literally down Accra Beach. You know where all the like little huts are, where they like the bars? Yeah. Yeah, it was there, and they had reggae night.
Right, but you got something called reggae night. Right? So the first thing I can tell you is when you see something, if somebody tell you turn left, don't go straight. Don't turn right. It called reggae night. Right? And the funny thing about Accra, you got to understand that's a tourist destination. Yeah. Tourists travel the world to feel the essence of Bob Marley. And they come to the Caribbean to feel just hear me, the essence of what reggae is. So the bigger stars that of yesteryear, the one here, the Beanie Man, the one here, the Bunk T, the one here, those Star Wars, the Sizzler and so on. They actually would not have come if you'd have put soca night. Because there's overseas, there's not, or as a soca lover, you see a soca fete and a dance hall. That's what you see, soca versus dance hall. There's got to put that. If they don't put versus dance hall,
that's it.
One or the other has to play it. You can't be trying to play both. No, there are a few soca songs and there are a few dancehall songs that can play in a reggae. My girl, I want you to break off your back. Break off your back. That's one of the kind of crossover tunes. Wind up like your body, girl. The Charlie Blacks and so on. You can't play every dancehall song and talk about whatever. The way into both of them is true bashment. That you want to be able to connect them. But if you play reggae, reggae is the more conscious part of music, that is a different type of person. When you come for reggae and you just ooh, big ship sailing on the ocean. You want to be relaxed and lay back.
Yeah.
And you come in,
that's true.
come on, wind your waist. Come on, wind.
I think that literally happened, by the way.
Yeah. Do you know what I played? I remember I played Wild and Freaky. Girl bend over, get wild and freaky. And squat and go down pandy. I'm not even going to say the words. But yeah.
You went in just
it
down the door,
didn't go
basically.
down well. But lesson learned, didn't it? Lesson learned. I will never do that again.
And that wasn't
Right,
even that wasn't even a Caribbean thing. That was even the wrong way you posed the question. That was a tourist destination, which is even more strict than Bajans.
Yeah, but it was mainly locals there, though.
No,
it was a couple tourists.
No, but I'm saying to you, it's a tourist destination that you thinking because of the complexion of how they look, you might have been thinking that all of them, most of them local. You'd be surprised. I've been over here now, going back and forth touring for the past 15 years. My accent ain't changed. So they got enough people like me that can come in and if I say, yeah, reggae night, I gonna chill up there with the girlfriend. I gonna chill up with the wifey, or she gonna chill up with she boyfriend or huzzy or whatever.
Yeah. And
yeah, let me lean back. Yeah, big ship sail away.
Get wild and freaky.
You know what I mean? So it's obviously a lesson learned, but that was even a more cardinal sin than you going to a dancehall event in Barbados and playing soca because you may be able to get away with it.
Yeah.
But I think it's more strict because those people come to that place for that reason.
Yeah.
That's like somebody do karaoke night and the DJ play music the whole night.
Yeah,
People want to sing.
No, I get it.
Enough.
I get it
People
now.
will stop supporting the bar.
Of course.
Be requesting songs and you're playing the songs. Man, get this DJ off. People want to sing. That's what people is do.
Yeah. True. Well, I know that now, and I won't make that mistake again.
You've learned. You've learned your lesson.
Because you track record, you kind of hard.
Oh, for goodness sake! Here we go again. Let's persecute Shans. Let's just
Before that.
I'm persecuting you. It's just sometimes you realize when you hear in plot tight, and you feel free. Like when you hear loose and you feel free, you just do nonsense, right? You need to keep your hair flat and like really tight, and it will help with the stress line. So you want you go unibrow too. So if you keep your hair like the old people is, I don't know if you can see from your side, like if you could get somebody, like, even if you use Scotch tape or something, and after you get your hair flat and then just slap it on, so you forehead with thing, I feel that'd be better for you. I think you're an activity. I think you will stop thinking with your frontal lobe and you'll start using the other side of your brain. And then everything will slide in neatly. I believe that.
Wow.
I believe you can get do.
It's worth a try.
I want to swear right now, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to say, whatever.
I'm gonna try to save you, Shards. I've got one final question. I'm sure if you have more questions. Yeah, final question. What can we expect from Stabby in the future? And I'm talking music-wise, or is it actually not going to be music?
What happened is as a few unfortunate events I didn't even discuss before, and that was like even the producer I was working with and stuff like that, because I'm somebody, I gotta be comfortable in the space. So even though I got like a home studio as well, I like when somebody still take control of the session. So I use this app that allows the producer to remotely still run my session. So I could bounce ideas and stuff like that. So my producer now that I was doing the music with, then he started to go through, personal situations that I would get into, family oriented and stuff. And it's unfortunate. So that kind of put a down for two because I was more trying to just be there for
okay, that's good.
And when it comes to kids and so on, So that's what helped me to kind of just refocus and not stress too much on it. But for the first time in a minute, I started vibing again. I started like getting a few voice notes and stuff like that. So the excitement would be coming back because the most important thing for me was never the singing. I was never a singer. I always
Performing,
love to
yeah.
entertain people. I always want to see people smiling.
Yeah.
So I want my music to be like an aphrodisiac or like some melatonin, like a melatonin burst that can make you feel like, I can relax, like forget about my problems, forget about this, forget about that.
Nice.
And just come a party for 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is, and just enjoy. Or if you just streaming the music online, the 3 minutes or whatever it is, then you could just holler, yeah, I just like listen. That's my reason for doing it. I wanted to be therapy for people. So there was a point in time there that it was getting clamor, you know, in between both, like, am I doing this because I try to force myself to do it for people? Is this where my energy is right now, where my focus is? And then I was fighting it too much. And then the situation, as I tell you, with the producer happened. And I was like, yeah, I was probably forcing it. I launched a business at the top of the year. And it's been going great so far. We do a few farmers markets where we've been vegan fest, selling the products and just we clientele billing, and big ups to V's Transitional Health and Fitness. And you can put it in on Instagram, and you can check out my partner Rachel. She's brilliant. When I tell you brilliant, she's brilliant. She does online classes, she fitness classes, yoga. She do it online meditation, and she knows her stuff. And together we know people that know people. So whatever we can help you with. Sometimes we show people products, we give people products we don't even sell because we don't. That's not the main part. That's not the main part for me. I will sell you supplements of a major whole, part of a major whole. So you'll see more stuff like that coming, branding wise, where that's concerned. Music wise, again, a buzz. I want to see bumpers spinning and thing. I think again a buzz again. So once it continue like that, there's something I love. There's something that emancipated me from home slavery. It allowed me to emancipate myself from mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical abuse. And I am indebted to the art form for that.
Yeah.
It's just a balance. So being indebted and it feeling like work, and being indebted and it feel like just part of life.
Yeah.
Right.
That
so
makes sense. Yeah.
But yes, music, feeling there. When it comes to the business, I'll be vegan. When I could check out that, that's where I am. That's what I'm doing right now. We based in Queens, New York, right now. But yes, when I actually settle back, because I working on a place in Barbados. So when I settle in Barbados and get certain things work out, then I will set up there too.
Nice.
Do it yourself stuff. Like you do it what you can afford, and what you can't do yourself, you get somebody else to do it. So that's
we go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There we go.
Stabby, I'm going to thank you so much for sharing your knowledge. We will put every single website and social media link in our description of our interview. If you're okay with it, we're going to put this on YouTube as well. I think I think that would be really good. Chanel will be thinking about it probably, if all the abuse he's been getting,
100%.
or you have to cut and paste something.
I've been abused this whole interview, man.
Nah, didn't even talk about you curtains, are they?
Oh, for goodness sake!
And I know what's going on that lesson, the screen that looked like mock fire. What's that like? You get a fire
Can we not? Do you know what? Can we not? Let me just cover it.
Dino lamp, right? What that is?
No, it's not. It's something that I made when I was in high school.
On the right? That was a trolley?
It's an art project. Right?
It's a what?
Can we stop analysing my bedroom? I beg. Please.
I'm enjoying this. I'm sorry. That's why I put a white wall here, you know?
Right.
I didn't think about that. I honestly didn't think about that.
You need to follow your partner. Come on, Shards. Ask a question if you want to know how to set up your room, because you're going live to the world. Suppose 1 million people see this here, and you up there so with a mock fire that ain't even fill in, and you talking about it's an art project. You're trying to lie on kids. You laying on kids. You's a bad teacher. You laying on kids. You're trying to make it seem like you're doing something for kids, but that is your power. That you full power of artistry there, and it's very weak. It's very, 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 very substandard. But you know what? I ain't gonna hit you down. You know, some people do have the green thumb. Some people do have the art fingers. Some people do have the creative juices. And some people juices just dry right out. But everybody has their place.
Bruh,
I'm enjoying this.
done.
I'm sorry.
Do you know what, Stabby? It was fantastic to have you on here, but we gonna have to say goodbye.
Sarcasm. I can hear the sarcasm.
No, let's close it down for now, though. Like, I've really enjoyed this interview, Stabby. I think, like I said before, you shared a lot of your knowledge with us. I think a lot of people will enjoy it. I hope a lot of people will also take time to go to the website, I'll Be Vegan, to look at the projects you're offering, the products you're offering, and help themselves as well in that sense.
Yeah.
So,
also, just to let people know, the first consultation is free because we don't believe in charging for that. Like, after just inquire, the first consultation is free. So even if you have a problem, you just want to answer a question and so on, you could just call the numbers that are listed there. And I would just try to help you, or the business partner will try to help you the best that we can.
There you go.
And if we can, we'll point you in the right direction. Trust me. It's all about just living healthy, better lives.
Definitely.
Yeah, health is wealth.
That's amazing. Health is wealth. Absolutely.
Thanks.
Stabby, thank you very much.
Big up.
We're going to wrap it up here.
Building, man. Big up Barbados. Where Riri from? Where Rihanna from? Where Robin from? Where she forehead? Where she from? Pretty Riri. You understand? Where Sean's where she was from? But her part ain't straight. It's shaped like the trident.
Wow.
It's shaped like a trident.
Listen, remember, I am half Bajan, yeah? I am a citizen. I'm a Bajan citizen.
Right.
And my passport's coming soon, okay?
A citizen is a watch. Now, well, you know, a citizen is a watch.
Wow.
Right? They got citizen watches. They got eco drives. They got Michael Kors watches. Dolce & Gabbana. They got different types of watches. I understand what you're saying. He's part watch. Woman, right?
You're part watch.
I have the right to live in Barbados, okay? I's Bajan.
Barbados. Not I know what's that word, you know, pronounce. It's bar.
Do you know what? Stabby, goodbye. Just come off the Zoom, I beg. We're done with you. Goodbye.
We're coming on. But on a serious note, thanks for having me. You understand? As I tell you, anything that I can help with, once time there permitting and stuff, y'all can always show me. I land to know, big up DJ Assurance, big up DJ RKO, and go on the playlist. When I sent me a playlist there the other day, that was fire.
Yeah.
Check out the playlist and subscribe, man. Subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the pages, and just support. Grow and you don't know upfulness. Bum.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
The pleasure's been ours, absolutely.
Definitely.
Easy.
You've been listening to the Soca Chronicles.